We live, baby.
Yo, 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 yo. It is family talk. Family talk. Family talk. We got the squad. We just missing two people, but that's all. But we got
Adrian
y'all
will be
here.
here soon. Adrian will be here soon.
Listen, as long as they here, we straight, right?
Yeah,
Oh
long,
yeah.
yeah. You know what? We got the squad here today, boy. It's your boy B.
Chef Jimbo.
Nick in the building.
It's your boy Sith Lord Prime.
And it's
That's my
America.
PlayStation
What
hashtag.
does that mean today?
That's that
What?
PlayStation hashtag for that Call of Duty, baby. If you wanna hop on the game with your boy, you see the gamer tag. Get at it, boy.
That's right. And it's America's favorite uncle, Uncle Pudge,
Uncle
who
Pudge.
loves you, baby.
Who loves you?
AKA realness. AKA rawness. Go ahead, Pudge. Go ahead,
You
Pudge.
know, I'll give it to you uncut and raw like sugar.
No Vaseline.
AKA Telly Taliban.
Taliban for
Oh
real.
no, don't tell them that now. I don't need nobody knocking on my door.
Hey, you know that's your name on my phone, right?
Is it?
Yes, sir. Better believe it.
I don't need them tapping my conversations. I ain't doing nothing.
Hey, listen. Before we get started, our topics today. What we were starting off with Ruggs, him killing an innocent woman
And a dog.
And a dog.
and a dog. Oh yeah, I forgot about
Yeah.
that.
They ain't gonna let that go.
No, you can't let that go.
They're not gonna let that go.
We're gonna hit on our boy A Rod and the comparisons between him and Kyrie Irving.
Well, Coach A, because he got to stick up for his boy Stephen A.
Man, I'm trying to get Coach A this code. We're gonna go to
What
the
Stephen
intro.
A. do?
Nah, we
What? Oh,
We're gonna go to the
Nate.
intro. We'll hit it when we get back, y'all.
Okay, because I know I'm trying to figure out what Stephen A. do.
Hit it with the intro, B.
Tell them I ain't mad, they ain't no. You know I ain't mad if you love it. Can't nobody ever take this moment from me. So nigga, while I got it, the fuck it, it's all good. It's all good. Straight up, it's all
Jimmy, do you
good.
not know that dumping the ball off to your big man gets him and motivates him?
Tell them I ain't mad if they ain't no. You know I ain't mad if you love it. Can't nobody ever take this moment from me.
I don't want no smoke over there. I heard her tell somebody out in traffic. I don't want no
For
problems with that.
real. For real. I'm like, no part
I don't
of
want
that.
no problems with that.
Hey, B, we gotta add some more chairs to the table, dog.
Yeah, you're right. You sure is right. We gotta add Uncle Pudge and whatever Jody name is that day.
that table look a bit.
He said that
We
day.
gonna have to get a round table then.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
gotta get a round table this time. I'm gonna be on that, fellas. I got you.
Hey, but listen, while we waiting on Coach A with the news, we got some news ourselves. Brandon, I got you. Don't you worry about this.
My boy.
Slide.
Ladies
Bob.
and gentlemen, slide.
Hold on. Let me introduce this one. Just. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the new single "Slide" officially came out yesterday. And listen, guess what? By our very own Mr. Tony Ultra and our very own the CEO, Big B. And hey, listen and check this out. Also, please don't forget, Tony. You know what? We should have had the link for the Patreon. Listen, if you want early release and other kinds of content, we're gonna have to get in touch with our boy Tony Ultra. He has a Patreon, and the Patreon gets first dibs on everything, every single thing. So y'all make sure y'all go check it out on all platforms: Spotify, Apple Music. What?
YouTube
What else?
music.
YouTube Music.
Apple Music, Spotify, Google. It's on all the major platforms. Y'all go check that out.
Can we play the snippet real quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
All
Let's do that
right.
real quick.
Let's
do
go.
that real quick.
So listen, ladies and gentlemen and ladies, we got the snippet of the one and only Slide by Tony Ultra and Big B.
Ultra made this beat. Hey, don't make me slide on you. I got God on my side and the squad down the right. Hey, don't make me slide on you. I don't focus on revenge. God say he want them. They couldn't do this shit, but Ultra can. Cause they too busy hitting niggas up with open hands. I'm about to pocket a parade, I'm talking 100 bands. My kids about to have kids, that's 100 grand. And I rain, but I still bring the thunder and lights, camera action. Saying if I want, then I might run it back. I ain't playing with the funk, niggas might handle that like it's something they don't want. Got the mic in the strap real close to me, niggas don't joke with me. Sing a note, then be blowing thick smoke chimneys. Dig a moat, make a fuck nigga float penny. Wise up, before you fuck around and go missing. Hey, don't make me slide on you. I got God on my side and the squad down the right. Hey, don't make me slide on you. I don't focus on revenge. God say he want the vengeance.
Hey man, it's supposed to be a snippet, not the whole song, dog. y'all go listen to that somewhere else. Yeah, support our people, but we ain't really giving it to you all. Like Uncle Bud said, this ain't all cut raw. Go check it out yourself.
Hey,
Oh
listen,
man, I love it.
again, y'all go check out Slide featuring Tony Ultra and myself, yours truly, the CEO. Family Talk. Let's discuss it. It's a really really great song, but and we want everybody to be sliding out here on the street. Y'all go out there and slide season.
I'm telling you, y'all about to be my ringtone, buddy. Watch.
Yes,
Coach
sir.
A.
Coach A.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Yeah,
Coach
good morning. I see y'all
Man.
had me at the back door knocking.
A. We proud of
Like,
that. We proud of that.
nobody heard it, and then we like, hey, who's that?
We was in there talking and nobody was listening.
I ain't let you in because of that damn shirt you got on. I'm sick of it.
I knew you weren't gonna let me in because I got you on Facebook this week.
Yeah, you did get your own.
Yeah, you did get them.
That's around with me.
But,
You're gonna learn today.
Coach, let's hit that news hour, buddy.
Exactly, man.
Wakey, it's breakfast time. Morning is upon us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up? Right on cue. You know it's news with your boy Coach A. Hope everybody had a great week and they got looking forward to a great weekend. The weather's cooling off a little bit around here. Anyhow, y'all know about Henry Riggs, right?
Ruggs.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Henry Ruggs. Las Vegas Raiders rookie Henry Ruggs was, drunk while driving at about 150 miles per hour when he crashed into a 23-year-old Tina, I think is Tenor, who was sitting in her car with her dog. The impact of the crash sent Tenor vehicle more than 570 feet down the road before finally coming to a rest. Ruggs' Corvette spun out for about 520 feet. The crash drew attention from bystanders, including Alexander Hart, a security guard in a nearby apartment complex, and a driver of a Dodge Durango, who both tried to help the young lady, who was still alive at the time the car came to a stop, but was screaming. They couldn't get her out, but the car caught on fire and she was engulfed in the flames. So apparently this guy is probably going to be facing some charges sometime in the near future. Very, very sad incident. The reason I brought it up because it's important. There's people out there that's still drinking and driving and stuff like that, and we just need to be made aware that these things is very, very dangerous. And so we need to take in consideration whenever we out, because we all have done it before. I've been out before and with some friends that had, probably too much to drink, and we shouldn't have rolled with them. So it's just something that we just have to constantly be reminded of, and, impart within our friends and our kids as they come up, to let them know that if you, out with some friends and they've been drinking, don't do it. Give somebody a call. Have somebody in your phone you can call to make sure you get home safe.
Absolutely. It's a sad story, and we're gonna hit a bit more on it in a few minutes here. But it's sad for the young lady that lost her life, and then on the flip side, it's also sad for that young man to be in that situation. So for now, that's all I have to say about it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it wasn't, it's not nothing that we really need to go in depth, but just something that we awareness that we need to just put out there because it's still happening. And so we can never warn people too many times for sure. So also in the news today, talked a little bit about this during the week, is the Kaepernick. It's called Colin in Black and White. It's a drama series from Colin Kaepernick and Ava DuVernay. And so, for those of you who maybe don't know who Ava DuVernay is, she's a director as well. She has some movies such as Selma. You remember Selma?
Mm.
When They See Us is another one she had. From Slave to Criminal with One Amendment is the one that had like the number 13 on it. Queen Sugar. Here's a popular one, Central Park 5. You remember those guys
Yeah.
that got arrested and they later got released. Girls Trip. That was the one with Queen Latifah, Tiffany
Oh.
Haddish, Jada Pinkett, and Regina Hall. So it's the same director. And so for this particular docu-series with Colin, they're getting a lot of flack because of his depiction of the NFL similar to slave trade. And so he's been getting a lot of flack from that. I done seen some of the inserts from it. I think that's kind of crazy. Actually, one of the things that's crazy to me is that even as of October 13th, Kaepernick still is interested in playing in the NFL. So I don't understand why he would at the same. Yeah, I don't understand why. But however it is, it's not made to be a documentary. It's a docu-series. So, it's probably fiction from his point that he's trying to combine it to make it, seem like it's real or that's the case. But, it's just crazy to me that even still he wants to get in that yet you still want to join, but you still going to be disrespectful to him. So, you're probably really killing your chances of getting in there for sure. So
I understand. I understand him.
You understand? What you mean you understand him?
I understand his desire to still want to be there.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't think he's not making an indictment on playing football in the NFL. It's the culture of the way it's ran that he's making an indictment on. I mean, if you ever play football or even team sports, period, you miss that camaraderie with the guys in that locker room.
I understand that aspect of it.
It's a real big thing because when you're done playing, that's really what you miss, the getting up and
we
going
also
to practice
watched
and stuff.
it, and the snippet that I put in our comment or whatever, our post or whatever. That's all it showed. Like we don't really know what this documentary is going to be about, but that's what they putting out there, and it seemed like that's all this documentary is going to be about. But it might be totally different. But it's like we gotta watch it before we speak on it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's some of the other snippets that they show is showing his story, like as he was growing up, like when he was adopted and stuff like that. And so interesting enough, because I used to think this too, and it just come from media that the reason he was kneeling at that point was because he lost his position or that he was, kind of salty about that. But actually, through some other researches, he actually, started his journey a lot earlier than that. He started his journey as far as finding his roots and, becoming, I wouldn't necessarily say an actual activist, but just really getting into Black history and Black studies and stuff like that long before that. And so that was just kind of the where it all came together is when he started doing the kneeling and stuff like that. First, he was sitting down on the bench, and they didn't like that. He actually talked to a soldier too.
Yeah, Nate Boyer.
Right, and then they decided that it would be better if he just kneeled, and so
out of a sign of respect.
Exactly.
That's what Nate told him.
Exactly. So it was different, and as far as him being washed up, of course, again, this is just through the research that I found. His last season had great numbers. He had great numbers
on a bad team.
Yeah, he had great numbers.
The team was horrible.
But he went through surgery. So, anybody that plays sports, when you go through surgery and you have to recovery, that first year that you come back is never the same. It's never the same. So, I mean, we can't say if, he just because he wasn't, he lost that position at the time, he wasn't upset about it. But nonetheless, his, when it comes to his black, I guess you can call it activism or awareness, started long before that as well. So just to end on a good note, I found somebody that I would like to. I wish I could hook Jody up with. You know,
Oh Lord.
Oh
He
Jesus.
been sitting quiet. He been patient.
yeah, the
He
Guinness
been
World
waiting his
Record has
turn.
certified the 24-year-old as the record holder for the tallest living woman in the world. She used to be the tallest living teenager, but now her name is Ramisa Gilgi of Turkey, and she's all grown up now, Jody. Very proud.
Jody, you like climbing trees?
Hey, how tall is she?
She's over 7 foot.
Yeah.
That's all
She's
right.
over 7 foot. She's very proud to receive this new record title as the tallest living woman, she said. And also she said that she, with the height of being over 7 foot, as a result from her having Weaver's syndrome. It's a rare condition that starts before birth and causes rapid growth. It can also cause other ailments, but G, I'm just gonna call her G, has used her platform as the world's record holder in the past to bring education to people for this awareness and to embrace everybody to implore everybody to embrace their differences. And it's just another person that used whatever, difference that they've had in their lives to as a platform for them to be successful. You have it's the other guy, I can't remember his name, who was born without arms and legs, and he's a motivational speaker. And so he goes around speaking to people. So, you never know what one person might view as a defect or a problem or an issue, but how you embrace it and maximize that, it can turn it around for your life. So that's it for News with Coach A. I appreciate everybody tuning in and you guys letting me in. I'm dry now because I'm always out there in the back with the rain and all my equipment, but let's get it.
First topic of the day.
Wait, before we get into the topic, let me make shameless plug. Everybody. Box by Chef Jimbo is here once again.
Yes, sir.
November the 10th, we're gonna have jerk chicken tacos, rice and peas, and of course, I'm gonna have some vegetables for y'all and some rum cake. And remember, this is an entire meal that comes also with a beverage for $18. And then November the 12th, the following Friday, we're going to have fried chicken, fried rice. It's a fusion, a spin on African Americans. We love fried chicken.
No, don't stereotype me.
Hey, whether it's churches or not, we love it.
I know, right? I got some churches, boy. I'm happy.
And I got a homemade recipe that I got for some Chinese fried rice, and it don't taste like nothing that you get out of them. And also that's gonna come with some banana egg rolls, something with some fresh caramel sauce. And once again, that comes with a beverage, and that is $18. And be on the lookout on the Family Talk page, any of our pages. My number is on there. The social media page is on there. The emails is on there as well. And I ain't done yet. The following week,
come on, dog.
November the 15th, Monday, Family Talk, we will be volunteering to serve with who, Coach A?
Hunger's Inn. It's in
Hunger's Inn.
1801 14th Street West over there. And we need to have about at least 8 people out there. So, we have not only our Family Talk group, but anybody that's listening, that's chimed in, that could come by. Jim is going to be on the stove cooking. And so we need some people to help serve. So we'll have gloves and masks, everything that you need to be out there. And we're just reaching out. So they have an established place. It's nice and clean. I know Miss Vicky and everything that they do over there. They have clothes and all that stuff. But we just need people to come out there. We want to make a showing representing Family Talk outreach day. So definitely come out there. We want pictures and all that stuff so we can put it up. It's on Monday the 15th. We would like to be out. It starts at 6, but we want to be out there at least about 5 or 5:30. I know me and Jim will be out there about a little bit after 4, so making sure stuff is set, the food and stuff. But we want to make sure we get out there about 5 o'clock. All right. So anybody that's listening that can join, we're trying to get at least 8 people. I know we got 3. Jody, you in, right? Yeah. So I know we got 3 for sure from us, but like I said, we need 5 more people.
And also and that's one of the days I will not be cooking because we're gonna be helping out the less fortunate. We're gonna be giving back. So and also on Wednesday the 17th, I'm gonna be doing blackened catfish, a southern succotash with some grits, and a caramel cake. So listen, y'all make sure y'all come see me. Come see me.
Strong flavor catering.
You just showing out now. Just showing out.
Let's go ahead and get to these topics, Val. I'm ready to go eat some food right now.
Nick, let's get to the topic.
Hey, Nick, you run it off, Nick. You ready to get to it right now?
Wait a minute.
I'm ready to go in the kitchen and fix something right now. I'm hungry right now.
Hold on. Before we start, I'd like to say good morning to all our people that chimed in and said good morning.
Yeah.
Amanda, Rhea, Christopher, Eric, all you guys.
Oh, good morning, y'all. Good morning.
Now let's get to the topic.
Coach A, sound like Amanda gonna come out, man.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. Okay.
Leave a message if you can make it on the 15th. Yes, it's on the 15th, and so I can definitely keep track of. Make sure we get our 8 people.
All right, I'm done, Nick. I'm sorry, Nick.
Nah, you good, dog.
Y'all about to upset the program manager.
I guess that's my new title, huh?
Well, let's get into it. Coach A said a little bit of something about it, a little bit about the Henry Ruggs situation. Like you said, we're not going to dive too deep into it, but we want everybody to know that drinking and driving is not okay for any reason. And we've all been in that situation where we have. I'm not saying that we all are perfect. We all have been in that situation. I can at least speak for myself. I have before, and by the grace of God, nothing as bad has happened. But drinking and driving is not okay. If everybody that knows about the Henry Ruggs situation, that he was driving 156 miles per hour. And
what kind of car was he in? A Lambo or something?
I think it was a Corvette.
Corvette. Dang.
I thought it was a Lambo, but it was a Corvette. But,
that's sad, boy.
It's sad. Life was taken because of it, and like Coach A said, we're not going to dig too deep into it. But drinking and driving is not condoned. Here at Family Talk and Real Talk Tuesday and Impact and Final Round Boxing Podcast, we don't condone drinking and driving. It's a super sad situation. If you're gonna drink, have a designated driver, stay your tail home or wherever you at. Stay your tail wherever you at if you drinking. And let's not put lives in danger that are out here, riding around doing whatever they do. Let's not put other people's lives in danger because you want to be impaired. So, anybody else got anything else on that?
Yeah, man. What makes it even tragic to me is that the Raiders themselves provide a car service for their players if they out drinking and they drunk. They provide that. They say call up and they got you for him to do that. I mean, we can say he's 22. With a lot of money, he's dumb. But his dumb mistake cost somebody. Yeah. If it only affected him, then we can say, he was dumb. But when you cost a person, a family, because she's somebody's daughter, I don't know if she had kids or not. She was 23 herself. She was just starting off in life, just like him. And now she gone, and it could have been avoided. That's what makes it tragic. It could have been avoided.
It could have been avoided.
We'll get you a flyer, Jim.
I didn't know that they had a service like that. I didn't know the Raiders offered anything like that.
Actually, they do. When I was in Vegas for a week back in June, I went to the NGM casino, and they literally just got a big ass section of like SUVs and buses, and I seen a couple of them, and I asked the dude, I'm like, hey, like what's with the SUV? And it literally is just a black Yukon with a Raiders sticker on it. And he's like, I'm here picking up players. They go in there, party, and they come out, and we right here. And that's what they do. Like, they did. You don't even have to call them. You just have to call them and tell them you're going, and they literally will sit outside and wait for you. You ain't gotta call them, tell them come pick you up. They just sit outside and wait. And the add on to it, I think what even makes it more worse is that he had his girlfriend and the mother of his child in the car with him when he got into this accident. And it's just like, not also did you take a life, but you literally almost left your child with no parents. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like we
somewhat gotta blame the girl too. I mean, I don't know if she was drinking.
Yeah. I
don't know if she was drunk, but
I absolutely look at her and
but
say,
her knowing that
y'all,
he was drunk, like she should have took the wheel.
Yeah, two of y'all hopped in his damn car and slid down the road. That's not okay. Nothing about that situation is okay. Nothing about that situation is acceptable. I personally don't have that sympathy for him. You know what I'm saying? It's like you are a multi-million-dollar athlete with so many ways that you could have got home. Literally, they will come pick you up and have somebody bring your car home right along with you. So there's no excuse for what he did. Like I said, that was just dumb, and it's unfortunately that your moment of stupidity that it cost somebody their life.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Not only was he, drinking, but he was speeding. So it's just,
reckless.
Reckless driving. Exactly.
Reckless driving.
So it's not
but
like
you know
he
what?
was just trying to get home regular, following the laws. No, he was out there, acting ignorant at the same time.
The thing is, this ain't his first time doing it. I had a police officer a few years back come to my school and speak to the students about drunk driving. And he was like, it's never a first time. People keep doing it because, they never got caught. So I'm pretty sure this wasn't his first time jumping behind the wheel, intoxicated. But only this time it ended in a tragedy.
Yeah.
Now, it changed. We, like I said, the young lady lost her life. She was young. The dog died. She had a dog. The dog died. But his life is over with too now.
Yeah,
everybody. Like, and more keep coming out. He had, he gonna be charged with 2 counts of felony gun possession. I mean, just he made a lot of bad choices that early morning, man, and it's sad to see.
He was 22, right?
Yeah, 22.
And then, like you about to say, it's sad to see. Like you worked your whole life to get to where you wanted to get to, and now it's all ruined in one night. Probably less than like 2 or 3 hours is all ruined.
Yeah, that's the thing. Within a minute, everything, like you said, he worked for gone. From high school, from Pee Wee's on up. Living a dream that like millions of people, strive to live. And you would think this would be a lesson for people, but people are still gonna drink and drive, man. They won't follow this because we ain't gonna act like he invented it. It been happening well before. He did it, man, and it's gonna happen after him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and not to mention the family members that he probably would have been able to take care of or have been taken care of up until that point.
Yeah, and even her family.
Yeah, her family.
Perfectly said, real.
It's definitely sad, but it just speaks to us as parents to make sure that we just continue to drive this stuff within our kids and our family members. That call us if you in a tough situation, and whatever the situation is, the things that we shouldn't do. I don't know if he had someone in his corner constantly teaching him that, but if he did, he didn't listen, obviously. But it just goes to show that we have to continue to instill this stuff, because us at this point, we won't do it. We try to stay away from it now. So at some point, it sunk into our heads that this is not the way to go, and so we just have to continue to instill that in other people. So
absolutely. And that was that on the. Oh, my bad, Jim.
No. I was about to do what you was doing. Keep going.
Oh, okay. That was that on the Henry Ruggs situation. Final thought is don't drink and drive. You don't want to kill anybody else out there on the street. That's a future situation. But let's move on, fellas. Let's move on. Aaron Rodgers hit the news lately, ladies and gentlemen. I know what you got to say about Aaron Rodgers. And for those that don't know about what Aaron Rodgers
first, we got to say how clever Aaron Rodgers is.
Was he clever?
His wording was clever. If you go back and read what he said,
his wording was flawless.
He was vaccinated. He was
yes.
Immunized. How you say it? Immunized?
He said, immunized. Yep. I'm saying that's so clever. That's clever.
He never said he was vaccinated. So I know a lot of us on this panel got something to say about it. I want to start with you. I want to start with you. 'Cause he called my phone the other night. We had about an hour-long conversation. So, Jody.
What's up, my
Aaron
boy?
Rodgers, did he lie? Did he lie?
Listen,
and two,
Aaron Rodgers, he lied.
Go ahead.
He lied. Okay. But like I told you, you know this country is bad when rich white men are lying about getting the damn shot. Okay. Aaron Rodgers is a rich, white, Caucasian male. He is at the top of the food chain when it comes to shit in America. Yet he lied about it. You have to look at it from that angle for me. It's just like, why is rich white men lying about getting this thing? Like, what's really going on with this shot? That rich white people are lying about it. Like, cause come on, bruh. Come on. And I don't blame them. I don't blame him at all. And like y'all said,
you don't blame him for lying?
I don't blame him for lying. He didn't want to get the shot.
He could have said that. It's not mandated by the NFL though. See, that's the thing.
But honestly, do you gotta have a conversation if you want the shot or don't want the shot with anybody though? They ain't none of their business.
It's very scrutinized, okay? It's very scrutinized. Look at it like this. Cam Newton didn't have the shot and he got no offers. The moment he announced that he got that shot, and all of a sudden you got 5-6 teams on his phone. Aaron Rodgers played it just like any smart white person would play it.
We're working on them, Nate. We're working on them.
I know, right?
No, we didn't. Listen, he was great. Aaron Rodgers did exactly what he was supposed to do. He finessed the system. Nobody batted an eye. And even then, people were like, oh, Aaron Rodgers lied? Damn, that's crazy. And it was just like nobody cared. It was.
But Jody, he didn't really lie though. Like you were saying earlier, they asked him was he vaccinated. He said, "I'm." Well, how you say immunized? Immunized. He finessed it. He finessed it. You got to get there.
He also went along the lines of saying that I'm not going to judge people that have been vaccinated.
Mm-hmm.
He made it sound like he was vaccinated, but he never really lied about being vaccinated.
But when you go out your way to tell a whole story about this vaccination, that just goes to show you where we at with this vaccination. Like I said, rich white people out here lying about getting this shot and finessing about getting this shot. You got to look at it and be like, bro, what's going on?
It just shows the pressure. It just shows the pressure from society that people feel like they can't tell the truth.
And
you gotta stand out.
Aaron Rodgers is probably one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL, and yet he still lied and finessed his way out of this shot. That just goes to show you where we at with this shot. So many people don't agree to this shot. And then on top of that, it's like, yo, it took a black person to jump up and say, well, wait, y'all ain't gonna get on him like y'all got on Kyrie?
That's my next question. That's
the next question.
I'll be talking about Coach homeboy.
Who?
Stephen A.
Okay, what did Stephen A do? Because I ain't seen
what he said.
Stephen A like this close from being hit with coon status for me. All right, like this close. I'm still at this point. I'm gonna just start hanging out with Skip and Shannon because Stephen A this close to coon status for me.
Let us tell you what Stephen A did.
Let me tell you what Stephen A did.
So Stephen, it was brought up on First Take, and somebody sent me the clip, but it was brought up on First Take because I don't watch First Take anymore. And the way that he broke down about what happened to Aaron Rodgers, he was all calm and nonchalant. Yes,
Jimmy, we got a fan question real quick.
Nate ain't no fan.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Nate. You're right. I did. I did.
Be on the show, but we finna get the next comment next saying I'm at work. So,
But he was very nonchalant and very calm, like, oh, it's Aaron Rodgers, I don't want to talk about it, blah blah blah. And Jay Williams was like, well, why don't you got the same energy that you had with Kyrie and Cam Newton and all these dudes? Use that same energy, that same tone, yelling and screaming and hollering, and how disrespectful they are, and blah blah blah. Use it on Aaron Rodgers.
Because he almost bust a blood vessel.
Wait a minute. But the clip I seen of Stephen
Kyrie and Cam,
he was tearing them down. He was tearing down Aaron Rodgers.
That's
the clip I
only
seen.
That's only because Jake Williams got on there and started telling him about himself. He started changing his whole narrative.
Oh,
and then he was
okay.
talking about it's not about the vaccine with Kyrie. It's about this, that, and another, which we don't need to go into all that.
But even Stephen A. went on CNN to bash Kyrie.
Those are two different situations, though. Two different completely situations. Kyrie, and this is from Stephen A.'s perspective, what he said. Kyrie have people that's depending on him. Those group of people is depending on him, and he doesn't even care about getting.
So the Packers not dependent on Aaron Rodgers.
Man,
it's the same thing.
It's
the same thing. It ain't different.
Aaron Rodgers can't play. He's not playing.
No,
not this week.
For this week and next week.
Yeah.
So why is he not playing for the 2 weeks?
He got COVID.
Because
didn't
he got COVID.
Right. He got to go through COVID protocol. Kyrie.
Well, he's not going pass COVID protocol this week, but next week might be a suspension.
Kyrie is going through protocol too, because the protocol for the Nets is if you're not vaccinated, you can't play.
That's not no protocol.
There you go. That is protocol. That is protocol.
That's not why Kyrie is not playing. Kyrie is not playing because he doesn't want to be vaccinated. But he doesn't care. He doesn't care about being vaccinated or not being vaccinated.
And he shouldn't have to.
He's not playing because the Nets said they're not going to have him as a part-time player. He can play if it's an away game. He just can't play at home in the state of New York. And the Nets said they're not going to have a part-time player.
And that's not
so
for the team. But I'm just telling you that it's two different situations.
It's not.
That's the point I'm making. It's two different situations. Aaron Rodgers been playing. He's going to take the time off. He's going to come back to play. Kyrie
ain't going to take no time. They finna take the time.
I like that. I identify as vaccinated.
Say what?
Jody say I identify as vaccinated.
I'm with Jody.
I'm gonna start saying that.
Like they actually.
They want us.
I identify as vaccinated. Yes.
Yeah, they want us to agree with the people who identify. Oh, I'm a woman. I'm a man. I got you. We're gonna flip the tables on your punt tail.
Yeah.
And you better show me the same respect. I'm gonna come at your freaking throat. That's right.
Well, I identify as a billionaire. Which bank can I walk into and cash out?
Exactly. But I think the whole story just is surrounded. I don't even think it has anything to do with the vaccines. The fact that Aaron Rodgers apparently lied about it.
Misled. He misled.
And Kyrie was truthful about his stance. I don't think it has anything to do about the vaccination itself. It's about how the situation is carried out and how Kyrie was put in front street and everybody was bashing him about it. And now Aaron Rodgers, he bold faced, quote unquote lied, Telly. He bold lied, and nobody.
He was smooth with his.
He was smooth with it. He just did a little.
He was smooth with it. Hey, I ain't mad at the man. Because I looked at him, I was like, boy, you sure you ain't related to me? That sounds like something. That sounds like my family member would say, yeah, I'm immunized. Like, I didn't answer I answered your question. I just didn't say which immunization. I'm immunized against measles and rubella.
Right.
You didn't say did I get the COVID-19 vaccination. You said am I vaccinated?
Hey, you know what the problem was? They had the wrong person asking questions, okay?
Yeah, they
said,
did.
I'm immunized, right? That's when you get Nick Smith on the line. So he hit you with that. That ain't what I asked you, though. Right. That ain't what I asked you.
So that's it. Unless anybody got any more comments about Aaron Rodgers, it's kind of a funny situation. It ain't nothing.
Jody, for a reason to drop him anyways.
You know what? He messed me up this week because he got COVID, and then my backup quarterback on a bye week. So just threw me all the way. I had to go dig into the bag and pick up Daniel Jones. So you know I'm hurt.
Man, you know I got Matt Ryan over here sitting on the bench. What you want to do?
Oh, here they come.
I might have to holler at you.
All right, we'll talk after the show.
There you go. The backup quarterback shell. they finna break your pockets. Like, you're desperate, I got you. Come here.
No, that's just your brother with them ridiculous behind trades. Oh, you want one quarterback? Let me get 4 of your starters.
But what Jody said. That's a good segue into the next topic. Nick, you might need to go into journalism, brother.
What?
Because we need you to talk to Kamala Harris and Joe Biden.
Nah, they ain't gonna want to answer none of my questions. Everybody like the sweet talk it, but hey, that's not what I asked you, man. They say, hey, what's 1 + 1? Well, if you have one, you take away one, you might get 2. No, what is the answer?
Listen, Jimmy, you gotta.
I can see Nick getting kicked out the White House. Like, you gotta take his press credentials.
You gotta get Nick and Nate in journalism because Nick comes with that ain't what I asked you, right? And then Nate to come behind and be like, yeah, that ain't even what we talking about. So, you go hand in hand.
Yeah. But let's move into that, Jimbo, and let's start out with Ice Cube, man.
So let's start at the top. Number one. Oh, my daughter's calling me. I might have to at y'all out real quick. But let me say this, and then I get off to talk to my girls. But to start at the top, during the Trump, it was the 2020 election. 2020 election, Ice Cube came up with the contract for Black America. He sat down with Trump and went over things with him, and he reached out, tried to sit down with President Joe Biden as well. Joe Biden, his administration, they said, we'll talk to you if we win. Fast forward, they win. And
no talk.
They're asking Ice Cube, so did you speak to Joe Biden yet? Well, we reached out, emails, all this, and we've heard nothing back from him or his administration. And then in the meantime, they gave money to the Pacific Asian, is that the correct term? I don't know. But to the Asian group, they gave money to the Afghan group. They talking about giving money to illegal immigrants who aren't even citizens. And the question is
about $500,000 to each person.
Yeah, $450,000. They said it didn't go to the House of Congress yet, but it's in talks. But yes, $450,000 per person.
Hey, just in case any illegal immigrants looking for a green card and a husband.
Oh, whoa, now we ain't running no immigration scams, Joey.
That is not a part of family talk. We do not.
We do not sell citizenship.
But the question is,
with red flags now.
There were a lot of people calling Ice Cube coons and this and that and the third because he was like, we should be able to have conversations with everybody, whether we like them or not. All right, Amanda. And do the Black America owe him an apology because we see what's going on. And not I'm going to say this before I get off real quick. Kamala Harris, she was using the HBCUs and the Greek organization and all of this stuff to try to get the votes, and her alma mater, I think I said it right, Howard University. There you go. Howard University, she graduated from. There are a lot of people don't know about it, but there's students protesting because there's mold inside their dorms and nothing is being said or done about it. And a lot of them are saying like, where's people like her and other people with influence to help them speak out to get these things done. So it's a lot of questions to be asked. Regarding this whole situation.
So let's start out with the Ice Cube thing. And we all know that he turned down a movie for about $8 million, $9 million because he didn't want to get vaccinated. So the whole thing surrounding this is, do we owe Ice Cube an apology? And that's the question that at first I want to start out with, and then we can roll into whatever else Jimmy was talking about. So that's my first question. Knowing what y'all know what Ice Cube has been trying to do, getting Black people reparations and stuff like this, and that he's denied this vaccine, turned down $9 million movie. Do we owe Ice Cube an apology? And that's the question at hand right now. Jody shaking his head, so we'll start with Jody.
Yeah, you owe that man an apology because y'all sit there and blasted that man and talked about this man because he wanted to go talk to Trump. But that man straight up said, I reached out to Biden administration and they never reached out to me. And the crazy part about it is, it's like, bro, he reached out to the Biden administration first, right? And they never got back to him. And guess what? Trump reached out to that man. And guess what? He wanted to talk to the person that reached out to him. So, yeah, you owe that man an apology because he wasn't out there doing what you thought he was doing. That man literally was like, I'm trying to help my people, right?
I'm waiting for this.
I'm waiting for Uncle Pud.
But let him finish. Go ahead, Jody.
I'm trying to help my people, and I got shot down. Now, don't get me wrong. It's like, man, listen, going to talk to Trump, damn near going to talk to the devil. But you know what? He tried to help, so I feel like Uncle Pud's gonna go off. I just feel like Ice Cube tried to do the right thing, and we gave him so much flack for it. So I don't know. It's just like, bruh, you gotta kind of pick your two evils because it's like you see what Biden doing right now versus what Trump was doing back then, and it's like, yeah, Trump couldn't, like, if he couldn't shut his mouth for nothing, and he just looked all bad. But it's like, you know what? At that moment in time, he was the person in charge. He was the man with the power, and that's the person Ice Cube went and talked to. So, and Biden never gave that man any time of day. So he went and talked to who he could talk to. But go ahead, Uncle Pudge.
You better hit him with the line.
Look here, man. Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something.
We sitting here saying Biden never did this. Biden never talked to him. Biden ain't even been in office for a year now. How do we know he's not going to talk to the man? He's still trying to clean up. I can't talk to you if I'm in the middle of cleaning up some garbage, man. You're going to have to wait until I fix and get this stuff straightened. Like right now, he just got a win in Congress for the infrastructure. You know, I forget it was $2 billion or something. And I think that was for the government, so the government wouldn't shut down. You know, I think that was more important than talking to Ice Cube about whatever Ice Cube had to talk about. That's number one. Number two, I'm standing behind my previous statement. Who the hell told Ice Cube he can speak for me? You know, I must have missed a survey that was sent out in the mail asking what we want as black people. Because what Ice Cube think we need might not be what we need. It's a lot of flaws and holes in that can be loopholed in what Ice Cube wanted. You know, because bottom line is this, people. Ain't shit gonna fix the disparity and the gap between, you know, black people and whatever. The system, you can call it white people, whatever, except for flat out money. That's it. If they want to close the gap, we need cheese. We don't need programs like say, oh, we can get business school programs, and a lot of people don't want to go into business. So how does that, you know, a lot of black people are old. You know, a lot of black people are too young or whatever.
So I think
money.
I think I'm gonna ask Jim when he get back on. But what was Ice Cube trying to propose?
What he was talking about is I seen a bunch of programs and you know, fixing up, like investing in the community and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, that's good on paper, you know, and that's good in theory, but a lot of things he was proposing can be loopholed, you know, like you could be bogged down with red tape and, you know, and all this stuff. Direct payments, period. You know, a certain set amount of money, you know, plus with some type of education on how to manage that money would be the only thing that I think would benefit Black America. You know, something they can't wiggle out of. Like y'all said earlier, they're going to give people $450,000. You don't think any of us can use $450,000 that would like improve our life, you know, get us a step forward to achieving something, you know, better than what we're doing now? Of course it can. And it needs to be more than 450,000 for us because, shit, as much shit as we didn't put up with throughout the years in America, man, they got a bill like, hey, man, you got to, your bill is due, man. Come on now. But the one thing I spoke on, was how all those Democratic presidential candidates spoke on reparations. Everybody was going to be the first thing they talk about or on their agenda, reparations for black people. You ain't heard shit about that since Biden been in office. But once again, I ain't saying it's not on the man docket. Kamala Harris, too much don't trust her. I know it ain't on her shit because she don't give a damn about black people. She just tried to, get our votes and everything because everything she's done since she's been in office, ain't nothing been geared towards black people at all. And I'm still trying to figure out why we claiming this chick. So I'm like, for real, man. Like, oh, she the first black vice president and female. No, she not. That chick Indian and something. But she ain't black to herself. So we need to stop claiming that chick. We can trade her for I don't know, man. A future player to be named later or something. I don't know because maybe let Candace Owens. I know Jody hate Candace Owens. But be honest, if you really listen to Candace,
she be speaking that real stuff.
Yeah, some of the things she be saying is real to the mug. You just don't want to hear it.
Yep.
So I think she more real than Kamala, but we gotta, I don't know, Ice Cube shit. For him to turn down $9 million, come on, Ice Cube got enough money that $9 million ain't shit to him. So I don't know if he.
I think $9 million still something to him. That's a lot of money to turn down.
To us, it's a lot of money, but look how much. What is Ice Cube net worth? Anybody knows that? Somebody looked that up, and I bet you it's in 100 million. That $9 million ain't shit to him to turn down. Trust me, it ain't like he's somebody starting off. Ice Cube been around.
He got movies, and he's a good producer.
Right, producing movies.
It's 160.
Yeah.
Say 160, $9 million ain't shit. He don't need it.
Oh, and Nick, to your question, Ice Cube, he did the contract for Black America. Remember, we kind of went over it in one of our podcasts during the election time. I pulled up all the documents and I showed all the documents to everybody, the whole contract. I don't know if you remember that.
Thing is, I don't know who called him a coon.
Was on it.
It's all it is him getting money for buildings and schools and things that to help start and open black businesses and things like that just for our community so that we can kind of like have our own in a sense.
Exactly. Shit that really wouldn't benefit us because that stuff right there can be red tape and loophole. I mean, I've said, some type of, business classes and money management for our community and stuff like that. Yeah. But what he proposing, I'm like, you know what? They can easily say, yeah, we're going to give y'all that. Cool. And then put a lot of red tape through it. Only thing that's going to solve the issue, like I said, is direct cash payments, period.
I'm with Chris on this one though. I mean, I know $9 million is a lot of money to me, but
I know it's a lot of money.
106, 109 is better than 106.
It is, but he gonna make that $9 million up within a few months because of all his inventions, all his ventures and endeavors. Like Jody said,
tax write-offs.
The 3-on-3, the basketball league itself is blowing up. So he finna,
Mr. Stokes. Yep.
He gonna have a lot more than $9 million coming. So I bet you if they offered him something like $60 million, he would have done it. But $9 million ain't nothing.
Coach A been solid.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I'm ready for the pushback.
Ain't no pushback for me. I mean, it's just it is, to me it is what it is. Most people during that election time was all emotional and they wasn't listening to people anyways. And so if you had a different opinion than theirs, they was coming at your throat. And so now that it's all the dust is cleared and everything is settled, and now you understand what's really going on or what people's really trying to do, that's when you had to take your foot out your mouth and say, okay, well, I was wrong, or he wasn't as bad as I thought he was, or you see what I'm saying? And and then on the flip side of that too is you see between the two candidates, you see you got the person in that you want. Now is he doing what you want? Is he fulfilling all the stuff that he said he was going to do? You have to make that decision for yourself. As far as Ice Cube, like we was mentioning before, Ice Cube is well established. So $9 million is probably not much to him because of all, like Uncle Pud said, all the stuff that he's got going on. You know what I'm saying? And he doesn't have to be forced to do whatever he wants. He probably knew it was going to be some, in the news that he turned down $9 million, because of the vaccination, and he's going to get support in that aspect. So all this stuff is very calculated and understood. But at the same time, he just flexing his rights. This is my right to decide if I want to do this or if I don't want to do it. And so that's what he's doing, and showing other people that, you should do the same, or, if you feel strongly about something. So yeah, as far as the apology is concerned, I don't think people need to apologize, but just support him. If you feel like his plan or whatever he has going on is conducive for you or for your family, then you just support him. It's not too late. Giving somebody a bunch of money has never been the case. It helps certain people, but you have a bunch of drunk people out here driving crazy, or you have a bunch of people, you know what I'm saying? Well, to show if you take all the people, right, the percentage, everybody that has, and gave them all the same amount of money, by 5 or 10 years, all the money is going to trickle to the same people. It's going to go to the same 3-4%. The people who was poor 10 years ago was going to be in the same situation. Not all of them, but the percentage wise. Education is what's important. Teaching people how to manage their money, not just giving it to them.
I said give them money with education.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because go ahead.
You also got to look too. Like I found out what they're doing with the Afghan refugees when they bringing them in, giving them what they giving them. They're helping them set up, with houses and all this stuff. They teaching them how to maintain this stuff. They helping them with businesses if they want a business. They teaching them how to maintain and stuff. But that's just like what they do with the Arabs that's inside of all our communities. When they come over, the government help them with all that stuff. They give them the knowledge, like what Coach, they're giving them the knowledge on how to run this stuff. They help, they getting tax breaks and certain stuff like that.
The government give who the knowledge?
Like the refugees and some of the Arabs that come over, like the little corner stores and stuff.
Yeah, they have to search it for themselves.
No, the government helps them with that too.
Yes, they do. They actually give them money.
Right, I understand they get money, but they still have, a lot of them come over with a different mindset. They come over with a different mindset. Same thing happened with a lot of the foreigners. They come over here with a different mindset. Chinese people, and just like you said, Indian people, they have a different mindset, a owner's mentality. They start off struggling like anybody else. A lot of them, they don't. Some of them have a lot of money, but they don't spend it all like that. They're not riding around big tires and on their cars and stuff. They open up another gas station.
You talking about a small percent, Coach. I used to think the same thing until I got out here and started in the business world, that a lot of black folks have a business mind. We just don't have the avenue to get to, to help us to get to where we want to. Like those foreigners, they get it.
Because just like Coach said, your boy Michael was on your show yesterday. He said, and I heard it from most people, you don't have to have all the knowledge to start your business. You can learn as you go and hopefully get in touch with the right people that can help you along the way. You know what I'm saying? But this is what the government doing with these people when they give them money and set them up. Some of them might have knowledge, some of them might not have knowledge.
I haven't heard of any government educational systems where
you have to
money,
research.
They're giving you money.
Yeah.
And at the same time, they put you in class. I know that they have stuff out there, but you have to search it out for yourself too. It's like
they come over, man. They get a leg up on us.
Yeah.
When they come over, they get a leg up on us because they get money. They get the capital that they need to start their business and everything. They get tax breaks for 7 years. Yep. You know, they don't have to pay on the taxes for 7 years, which is more money. While we're sitting here and we want that, you know, I'm telling you, there's a lot of black folks who want to do businesses and own business, but the avenue for us is kind of paved with obstacles. I'm gonna say it's not closed off, but it's so many obstacles. Somebody once said, I forget who this was. It was Dr. Umar. If you guys listen to him, I like the brother. I agree with a lot of things he said.
He says some good stuff.
Yeah, he said that they won't give, as a black person, they won't give you a business loan or anything like that, but they'll let you get a loan on a car, a house,
loan to go to school,
and loan to go to school, stuff that you gotta owe, but they won't give you the money to, you know, be prosperous yourself. And he was like, the crazy thing about it is the business loan will cost less than all those other loans, you know, but they're willing to give you more money to keep you from being prosperous.
So it was a lot of loans went out last year.
Oh, you talking about the triple Ps?
A lot of business loans. Yeah, the Small Business Association. A lot of people.
And a lot of people going to get
a lot of people
up.
wasn't set up for it though. A lot of people wasn't set up. They wasn't ready for it.
Or some people wasn't set up at all. They were just getting it.
Yeah, a lot of people finna get locked up.
Well, I'm just saying doing it the right way.
Yeah, I mean, for those who actually needed it, you know, they did what they was. But man, I done seen some people, and they went out and bought these $1 million homes and stuff like that with the money, and it was a lot of millionaires. That was crazy. That was getting the Lakers got one. That was crazy. I'm like, but you know, they gave theirs back because I guess they gave theirs back because when the news broke, it was like, wait a minute, the Lakers got a triple P loan. Them don't need that. So, and like I said, man, you can get it. We need money, but with the education.
I got a question, Jody.
What's up?
Why are you putting these comments in the comments and you on the show?
I don't want to interrupt the flow. Like I'm just rolling with the flow.
You see how I just said, hey, I got a question? Try it might just work.
But how is he gonna interrupt? Be like, I got a question. So y'all like Dr. Umar and Candace Owens Kuhn eighth?
That's a question, right?
That
ain't not to interrupt what somebody said.
Man, this is why we on here, man. Go ahead, throw it out there. We can talk about it, or we don't have to talk about it.
Okay, so I'm questioning. So how the hell Jimmy and Telly sitting there talking about? Oh, I like Dr. Omar. He spit some real stuff.
Umar, not Omar.
Omar. I know who you talking about. I know exactly who you talking about. But then turn around and be like, "Well, Candace Owens be saying some real stuff." Like, nigga, what?
She do. You just don't want to hear it. Candace Owens be saying some stuff that we talk about amongst each other. You know, you just don't want to hear it. You just don't, you know, because sometimes the truth hurts, man. Sometimes it hurts.
Hey, Pudge, the truth always hurts, brother.
No, sometimes it's a beautiful thing.
It's beautiful, but it can be a little painful.
It can be. Yeah, it might be her delivery, but sometimes we talking about some real stuff.
There's nothing painful about living an Uncle Ruckus lifestyle, okay?
Listen.
Maybe she need to have an episode on Boondocks when Ruckus thought he was black for real.
Jody, both of them might not always say what's right, but they have some really good points on a lot of the stuff that they say.
They say the same things that we say. We as black people.
Nah, we don't. A lot of us black people don't say the. No, a lot of black people, we look for excuses and outs, and their stance is there's no excuse. We need to do better. We need to hold ourselves accountable.
Because you know what? If you ever heard Herschel Walker talk, I would never believe he was black.
I'm not gonna trust him. He had too many concussions.
Who, Herschel? It must be because some of the things he be saying make me scratch my head. Like, wait a minute, Herschel. Him and his son.
I remember one sports anchor said one time, I don't take advice from people who done got punched in the head for a living. I'm not taking advice from Herschel Walker. He done had too many concussions. Kansas Owens seems to, maybe she colorblind. She don't understand the color of her skin. Her and what's the one chick from Clueless? The light.
Oh, Stacey Dash. Oh my God. Stacey Dash hurt my feelings, man. Had a crush on that pretty-eyed mom.
What did she say?
What she said?
What did she do?
What did she do for you to lose your crush?
Man, she was talking reckless about black people and everything. And I was like, did you look in the mirror, baby? I mean,
is it wrong for us to talk bad about us, though?
I mean, but she was saying nonsense. If she was saying the truth.
But it's like, it's what you say. It's the context in which you say it. And it's like your delivery on it. Because I'll be the first one to say, hey, I understand the whole police brutality thing, blah, blah, blah. I get it. But at the same time, my nigga, you can't be riding around on a suspended license with an 8-ball of cocaine in the car speeding and then mad when you get drugged and get your ass snatched out of the car. It's like you did that to yourself. Like, you can't get mad about that. So that part right there.
I mean, tell me, now let's be honest. When Kanye said slavery was a choice, y'all had to double take it. Like, what the fuck wrong with dude, man? Like, you had to think about it.
I think he meant it was a mindset.
I mean, it could be. I mean, it could have been construed as that.
That's what I think he meant.
Delivery was terrible.
That's all.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah, like,
because to a certain extent, I think all of us could agree on that.
Yeah, like
to a certain extent. Yeah.
What extent?
Yeah.
What extent? What extent?
Do you think it'll happen now?
Absolutely not.
No,
we'll probably kill all them folks.
It wouldn't go down like that.
Back in the day, I think we're more advanced than them, but back in the day, it was more of us than it was of them. But yet, they stayed there.
It was never more of us than more of them. They brought us over here.
I'm talking about slave owners versus slaves.
On that in a minute.
Yeah.
Me
and Cote been seeing a lot of that lately. You know.
But at the same time, it was like, bruh, they brought us over here, and then they conditioned these.
I'm gonna educate you on that statement. This is gonna blow your mind.
Over hundreds of years, you can't tell me like my great grandma was a slave, my grandma was a slave, my mom was a slave, and all of a sudden now I'm supposed to pop up and think like, hey, maybe I don't want to do this anymore. Let me buck the system. Like, that's not how that worked back.
But that's how everything works. Like, you gotta always have a trailblazer that says, all right, I see what's going on, and that starts with me.
Yeah.
Right. And it was black people that's like, I hate this, I want to do something about it. But guess what? All that shit ended when a couple white people stood up and was like, hey, maybe this ain't right for us to be treating them like that. White people in the North started looking like, hey, bro, that's not okay. You can't be doing that. And then all of a sudden it changed.
The North had slaves too. Now, the North was actually, you wouldn't believe it,
but they just paid them though, right?
Prejudice. There was more prejudice in the North than the South. Trust me, the North wasn't as progressively thinking as history tried to make them out like, oh, the North was bad and the South. I mean, the North was good and the South was bad. No, they was beating the shit out of them.
Somebody had to agree that.
I mean, I ain't saying the whole North, but it was a lot.
But enough white people jumped up and was like, hey, this ain't a good look. Maybe we should stop this. And that's when the whole thing changed. No matter how.
This is the first time I ever heard Jody give compliments to white people.
That's probably right.
I'm actually proud of you, sir.
Listen, I've always said it before, and no matter what y'all say, black people are always treated good as white people are find it acceptable. So long as white people see us as be free, then we'll be free. The moment they like, hey, we think they should go back to slaves, watch how many of them pop out and be like, you know what, that's a good idea.
We seen that through the 2020 election, bruh. It's not happening though.
What did we see through the 2020 election? People trying to make us slaves again?
I mean, just
we've been
you know the whole
mentally.
Of course, then
that was a big side.
mental slavery.
Jimmy got
Uncle Pudge, don't start that.
Exactly.
The mental slavery. Mental slavery.
Like y'all be killing me. The narratives that y'all come up with, the 2020 election and like, oh my goodness, bro, like, come on.
They drinking the Kool-Aid, man.
They took the bait. They took the bait.
No, I'm saying the rise of the 2020 election. When it
again,
I'm talking about we seen the rise of people come out the woodworks and show their true colors. I mean,
no, but they were already there, but. The difference is, once again, the media coverage. That's always the difference. You know, they was always doing their thing. They getting coverage.
I'm not saying they wasn't doing their thing. I'm just saying you seen a rise. I mean,
there was no rise. The media just showing you more.
The rise in coverage of it.
Yeah.
But look on Facebook. How many Facebook friends did you lose over that? Because I had to delete some people that they actually showed their true colors. And I'm like, I ain't never know you thought like that. That's crazy. I'm like, you've been around me and, you know, you never once gave me an inkling that your mindset was like that. But here you are on Facebook. And now I'm looking at.
That's because a lot of it was polarized and people was forced to make a decision one way or another. They couldn't have their own opinion. They was forced. So every time you read a post, you either depicted if this person as being for you or against you.
You're not forced to do anything.
I wasn't forced. I just stated my opinions.
They was forced, but that's how we viewed it. When you read somebody's message, you be like, oh, okay, this message mean this person is against, or this message mean they're, you know, for you. And that
man. It was some definite statements that was made that's like, whoa, like you would actually, you agree with that? I mean, you don't even see any things that you saying personally you would do that too, and I'm like, okay, that's.
I think you gotta give us an example. Cause right now,
okay, my bad. Okay, remember, you remember when they was like blocking traffic or something, you know, in a protest, and an ambulance couldn't get through or. Something happened to that effect because they was protesting. I think it was BLM, and peacefully they wasn't rioting or anything. A guy that I known, you know, through football and stuff, he was a white guy. He flat out said, "I'd have took my AR-15 and shot them all, or I'd have ran." I'm like, "Whoa, guy, really? You would actually take lives like that because?" No,
a lot of people.
And then this guy, and then this guy was studying to be a cop, and I was like, I don't know if I want you on the force with that type of mindset. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dang, man. And I mean, I used to talk to this dude and be like, and he had suffered a tragedy because one night his girlfriend was on her way home from college. And she died in a car accident while he was on the phone with her. You know, and I'm like, man, that's rough. I mean, that got to mess your head up. Man, what can I do for you and all this? And he never once like gave any inclination of extreme behavior. I'm going to call it extreme behavior. And it's like, man, it's just a lot of examples of, and I understand what you're saying, Coach. Like some people drew a line in the sand and you got to be here, or you against me. But I'm not that person.
You sound like you were. You drew a line in the sand, and you said this guy, because of that comment, is on this side of the line. Even though you knew him for a long stretch of time, he never gave you any problems. He was okay, but because he made this statement, right? You're like, you know what? According to my line in the sand, he's on the opposite side.
That wasn't a line in the sand. It's just what I said was, man, how can you look at this situation and say you would take your AR-15 and wipe people out?
Well, you just said that they didn't let the ambulance get through.
I ain't say they blocked the streets.
Somebody said
they blocked the street. They didn't know the ambulance was coming. They was just out there peacefully protesting, and the ambulance happened to have to come down that way. You know, it's like they didn't on purposely do it. That's the thing. They was already out there protesting. And it's like, when you mention BLM, man, it strikes up a lot of emotions in people, man. Like,
it should.
I don't understand why.
Yeah, it should.
I don't know. It's the same way when you mention Kaepernick's name. Go on Facebook and mention Kaepernick. You will see a lot of emotions, you know, over Kaepernick. And it's like, why? Like, you know, people talking about, oh, he garbage and he subpar. And then I'm like, why are you speaking on it then? Why do you care if he get an NFL job? If he garbage, you shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter, right? Because I never once thought about no trash once I threw it away. I ain't say, man, where that McDonald's cup at? You know, I thought about, no, you don't think about garbage. But, you know, these subjects stir a lot of emotion in people. And I don't know why, man. You know, people get to calling each other names. You know, it's just like, it's crazy.
Because the human race is emotional.
Yeah.
Where
they came from. They came. Yeah. All like is the results out of that election. You know, that's all. Oversensitive. That's all. People became a lot more sensitive to the matter. You know, and not to say that some of the instances, we know that some of the instances, but you know, at the same time, it just was polarized. Everything just kept being put up there, and to the point where people felt some type of way. And if you said something, they, you know, let you know about it.
Yeah, it's
still going on now.
Divide the country. And that's what I'm saying, because if you sit there and you take emotion out of your thought process and you just sit and listen, you know, and just leave emotion out, you will see a lot of things. And like I said, there's a lot of things, you know, some things that I did agree with Trump. I was like, you know what? The motherfucker right. You know, like I couldn't argue with it. It's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, and then you know, with some things that I look at like, what? No, man, like, you know, but I say bring Obama back, man. Shit.
I say keep Obama where he at.
Yeah, I knew you would say that.
Don't bring that joker back.
I knew you would say that. You still ain't never answered my question, though.
Oh my goodness.
You in jail now?
Yep.
What you done did?
Dang, you got shut down on the podcast?
No, I got shut down on Facebook because I said Candace Owens coon ass and Facebook.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Why you on the podcast?
That's hate. I commented it.
Facebook sent you something?
Yeah, they put me in Facebook jail.
Good for you.
Hey, dude, don't feel bad.
Amazing.
All I did was put the word scam because it was an advertisement. I'm like, this is a scam. And they said my language went against community standards. I'm like, I just said scam. What? This is a scam. I'm telling the truth. I'm like,
right now. You look so disappointed. You okay?
I'm okay. You know what? Since Jimmy said that, I'm gonna go tell him. I seen posts like that other places. Come check out this case.
They just don't like you.
Real, you in jail too?
Real, you in jail too?
She got sent to jail last week for something she said on Tuesday.
Dang.
Did they send her to jail for something she typed or she actually said?
Something she typed.
Oh, okay.
So basically, they watching the comments.
Well, you know they got computers that look for keywords, and it don't even.
Somebody reported your comment, dog. Somebody reported your.
I ain't report your comments, man.
Jimmy said, "I'm gonna teach him about talking about my girl Candace."
You see how they doing me, B? Oh my goodness.
Like he ain't did none of the above.
I know Jimmy didn't do it.
I ain't about that life, Jody. Jody, I don't want you to come looking for me, Jody. So I ain't gonna say nothing to you. You know.
Man.
Oh man, just
that was it on that. That was it on that. We kind of went abroad about that, but that was.
We're having a little bit too much fun here. Get back.
Yeah,
program director, get us back on track, man.
I was loving
it. But yeah, man. I think it's about open forum time. That's all we had on the docket today, fellas.
Oh, that's it?
That's all we had on the docket.
Open forum time.
So did y'all see me and Jimmy and Brandon was talking about it before we got on. The New York thing with the mayor and the trash people?
Good for them.
No, what
hey man, hold on. Before you say that, shouts out to the governors of Florida, Texas, Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama. Shouts out to them, man. Shouts out to them.
So they put a mandate on trash workers. So right now in New York, nobody's picking up trash.
Dang.
And they start throwing the trash into the mayor's yard. and honestly, I feel like that's what we as people need to do when we don't like something.
Coach A ain't with that, boy.
You ain't with that, Coach?
You saw Coach A face?
No, I said somebody picking it up if they throwing it in the yard.
I'm sorry. I saw your face and I assumed. You know what they say about assuming.
Yeah.
Really, you know, the Santa is not black, right?
Oh, that's what Zaddy.
Stop it, Nick. Stop it.
What she said about my guy?
That she say Zaddy the Xantas because she rock with the Xantas. That's my boy.
That's my dude. Hey, that's my.
Y'all not around here calling him Zaddy though.
Hey, Nick,
I think y'all like the Xantas for our own reasons. I got my own reasons why I like the Xantas, and it ain't got nothing to do with COVID.
So back to the New York thing. So they this is in New York. Where are you talking about?
In New York City.
They're throwing the trash in the
New York City.
Manhattan, baby, NYC.
Yeah, and they literally taking the trash and throwing it over the mayor's fence into the mayor's yard.
And this is because the workers they're not working because it's
a mandate. Yep.
Mandate on the vaccine. Yeah. Good for
But
them.
New York had mandates anyway, but I guess now they just extended it to outside as well now.
But what do y'all say about the clips? I know y'all heard the clips of Biden and all these other people saying that it shouldn't be mandated.
Yeah.
That's not the government's job. And then now they saying that it should be mandated. What do y'all think?
I guess by saying it shouldn't be mandated, they was trying to use reverse psychology that people was gonna go out, and just get the shot. But since they didn't, now they frustrated. Like, no, now y'all got to get it. Which is where I drew the line with Uncle Joe. Like, you go sit your old ass down somewhere, because you ain't gonna tell me what
somebody
to do.
Somebody need to chop him in the throat.
This was before the election. This was before the election.
I know it was before the election. It's like, dude, go sit your ass down, man. Don't try to do that now.
But real talk though, like I told you, I saw the FDA, I saw their live conference, and the stuff that they were saying about this vaccine. I can't understand how anybody think that they're comfortable with trying to mandate this on somebody. You know what I'm saying? And then I was reading an article. I sent y'all a message. I was reading an article. Like the amount of money that Pfizer and Moderna and these cats made through this whole pandemic, plandemic, it's ridiculous. They stock is through the roof, went up 300-500%. Like Moderna is a new company, bro. I should have bought some stock.
I bought some stock in Pfizer and I sold it. Damn it.
They bought stock in them.
Who?
The government.
They bought stock in it. Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, let me tell you, man, the government, the biggest inside traders out there, man. They be knowing when shit about to pop, and they go and buy it, and tell their friends and shit, and that's how these cats be coming up, man. Like,
real quick before I forget, I gotta send an apology to Joe Biden. I got on him for no reason, and I have more knowledge now regarding the $600 thing that he put on us. Come to find out, this was already there, but it was just at the $10,000 mark. That's why a lot of business people wrote $9,999 out when they did a check or transferred money instead of 10 because you had to report it. But now he done moved it down to 600.
Trying.
So
is it official? Is it official yet?
I thought it was. I might be wrong. I don't know.
Oh, I could have been told you that.
Well,
The
I didn't know that.
$10,000?
But
Yeah,
now that I know they just moved it down, I'm like, well, if they did it for them, I can't get mad because they trying to do it for us. So my apologies to Joe Biden. I got on you for no reason.
That's too different. That's different. $600, man. That's too. You're gonna be on people all the time, reporting all the time, and that's
because I read IRS. They didn't make a big deal out of people like the middle class shifting money around because it cost them more money to go searching through everybody's accounts than they actually were getting. So they just gave up. They was like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't worth it to them.
No, it wasn't. I could have been told you had to declare after $10,000.
Yeah. Well, I know Coach A know.
It's not no declared. The bank reports it. You don't.
The
you
bank?
just do your regular transaction. Yeah.
Okay.
No, but you
Bank
have to too. I mean, the bank will report it, but you're supposed to also
Call
say,
a CTR, fellas. It's called a CTR.
CTR.
Yep. Anything over $10,000 must be reported. Period. Anyway.
Yep. That's why if you go to the casino and hit for more than 10 grand, you got to report that.
Well, they report
somebody because somebody gonna report it. So,
but they report your winnings anyways. If you make $1,000, they all that stuff.
No, they don't report 1,000. Like you said, it was 10,000. Under 10,000, nobody reported.
I'm just telling you that they give out these document cards to show that they're reporting what you won. Right? They report.
Yeah, you're supposed to at the end of the year report it on your taxes.
And even
you supposed to, but they won't report it. They got their own reporting system. You know how much money they gave out and stuff like that. But
Jody, what you talking about?
I ain't reporting shit. You gonna have to come get me by this.
Jody, don't stop dry snitching. Stop dry snitching.
Don't say nothing, Jody. Don't say nothing.
Golly.
They gonna come get you, but it's gonna be like 4-5 years later, and they're gonna have interest on there.
Oh yeah, IRS is good for that. They will let, we know you got this money, and they won't even tell you. Then they'll send you a letter 2-3 years later after they inject the interest on that. And they'll be like, because they did that to me. I was like, wait a minute, I owe you $600 3 years ago. You could have told me that. I'd have sent you your $600.
Oh, so that's how they got Wesley.
Yeah,
all the interest that they put on it.
Yeah.
Dang, man.
They waited.
Golly. So they waited on them.
Yeah, the IRS will wait on you.
That sucks.
I don't even think they waiting. I just think they so behind.
No, man, this is before the behind. I told you they hooked me
No,
up.
I'm talking about they always been behind.
No, not like this.
I heard they always behind.
Yeah. But 3 years behind?
3 years behind, yes.
Man, dude, they hooked me up.
Because you got to remember that a person don't have to file every year. You have a 3 year, which is the statute of limitations.
You got 5 years.
I'm talking about filing to be able to.
Yeah, 5 years. Yeah, you got 5 years.
Okay, to be able to receive your refund.
Yeah, after 5 years, you're not getting anything.
It's after 3 years.
No, I'm talking about to file. You have up to 5 years to file.
Well, you know they change the code every year,
Listen what I'm telling you, can file 10 years down the line. You can file.
And you won't receive nothing. I know. I'm saying.
If you have a bill, you'll get it credited. You're not gonna get nothing in your pocket, but they're not gonna just, still say you owe money. So you can file 10 years.
That's what Coach, we talking about the same thing. I'm just saying to receive money is within 5 years because I know
receiving money is within 3 years.
No, it's within 5 because I personally did it. I had like 5 years worth of returns, and I filed on the 6th year.
Somehow we got on income tax.
I don't know, man. We tax
open forum, man. Open forum.
Open forum.
Jody look like he got something to say.
I'm actually gonna do a podcast in a couple Sundays. And I was wondering if you fellas wanted to join me. We're gonna talk about why we shouldn't celebrate Thanksgiving.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Why we got to do it on a Sunday? Why can't we just
we
do
gotta
it
do it
on Saturday?
Okay, we do it on Saturday. Well, why we shouldn't celebrate Thanksgiving?
Let's do it.
Why shouldn't we?
Tell me why I'm gonna enjoy these oxtails.
You know,
I know. I just got some on yesterday, boy.
It's celebrating the killing of indigenous people. The whole front of Thanksgiving is a lie in itself.
Is it?
It is.
I'm just saying, is it?
It is. You know, I'm coming around to liking white people, but I'm gonna tell you right now, the ones back then I ain't got nothing for you.
They gone, Jody. No bad people gone. Been gone for hundreds of years.
I'm still not celebrating traditions that they made back then. Nope. Y'all came in
So
killing.
Jody, you're not gonna eat that good old like Jimbo just said, oxtails and
Yes, he is.
turkey.
Oh yeah,
But to be honest with you though, Jody, you know, since it doesn't matter how anything started and you know everything changes with time, you know, let's just change Thanksgiving to be whatever we need it to be. Since we're doing it with other holidays.
I'm just gonna call it.
So-
I'm just gonna call it. Enjoy Turkey Day. That's why I call it Turkey Day.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it oxtail macaroni and cheese day. You know,
Because you know what? I ain't celebrating the killing of indigenous people that were already.
And we aren't either.
but that don't even matter. That's in the past. We gonna create our own day. That's what matters.
You know
That's
what?
all that matters.
Nobody's
There we go. Now stand on that. Stand on
stand
it.
on it. Turkey
That's
Day.
it.
That's just
I
that's
call
just
it-
a way of happening.
I call it house hopping day because I go from home to home.
There you go.
Play, let me get my
There
plate,
you
let me get my
go.
plate.
And you got enough food for the week.
Oh man, for 2 weeks.
Nah,
And
I
I
ain't gonna
come
go
back
2
the
weeks.
next.
now.
Look, I come
That's
back
too
the
far.
next day.
That's too far, Teddy.
That's
No,
too
'cause
far,
I take
Teddy.
left- 'cause
You
I
trying
take
to
the
die
leftovers.
food poisoning for 2 weeks
No,
now?
Yeah,
man.
2 weeks. Yeah.
Listen,
No, buddy.
after
You freeze it. Right, freeze
Thanksgiving
it.
on a Thursday,
There
after
you
like
go.
Tuesday, bro, you gotta let that Thanksgiving food go.
Not if
bro.
you freeze it.
You trying
Not
to
if
die.
you freeze it. I come back for the leftovers, baby. The next
Hey,
day.
that's that old school. Look at Coach A and Telly. That's that old school.
Freeze it.
Some of the meal y'all eating at some people's houses was froze, and they
Right.
was waiting until Thanksgiving. Y'all ain't saying no.
You
Yeah,
better not tell me.
You will
man.
hope not.
I would
yeah,
hope
they
not.
people
but-
do
I
that.
hope nobody ain't saving food all year just to put it out on
Not
Thanksgiving.
all
You
year.
better
They
not
may
feed
have
me like
had.
that.
They may have done, or for Christmas, like whatever's left over. Sometimes for Thanksgiving, they
Coach
have
A,
a
why
lot
you
left
walking?
over. They freeze it and use it again Christmas.
You be doing that, huh, Coach A?
No,
He just told on himself.
He just told us.
I don't cook that much.
Somebody did it to Coach A.
Wait, so we can create a
just
new
know.
meaning for Thanksgiving, but not Halloween? Yeah, that's exactly what.
Say that again. What'd you say?
Thanksgiving, but not for Halloween. Who said that?
Nate missed what I was saying. It just went over Nate's head. He didn't get it.
But that ain't what he asked you.
He didn't get it. Don't worry about it, Nate.
Well, you know Jimbo ain't gonna answer no questions directly.
I said,
I've been asked that man questions. I'd have been asked that man, what's his problem with Obama? I still ain't got an answer.
And I tell y'all, I said what I said, and I meant what I said.
What did you say?
Right, what did you say?
Obama, because Obama don't like you niggas.
How you know this?
Obama just like the rest of the presidents. They ain't gonna do nothing for you niggas. He don't like you niggas.
Oh my God.
Excuse my language.
Oh my God.
Family talk. Do not condone what Jimmy just said.
With his chest out.
Jimmy said with his chest out. Dang, Jimmy.
Homemade grape leaves.
Oh, that sound good.
What is that?
What is a grape leaf?
Well, I know the Greeks, they take grape leaves and they stuff it and they cook it. I forget what it's called.
What they stuff it with? Or they stuff it with anything?
It's
Real,
it's
we need to know.
yeah, let us know, real, because I want to
You
try
know what?
that.
I keep forgetting she Arabic.
I didn't know she was Arabic.
She Arabic?
Yeah, I keep forgetting
That's
she
what
Arabic.
That's
Yeah.
what Jody dressed like today.
Oh, I need to go to Real House. They got that good food,
I be thinking Rhea is black.
bruh.
Just a light skin.
Right.
Them
I thought
middle,
she was white.
That sounds good, real.
bruh. Them Arabic and African, the
Latin,
Middle
yeah,
East,
yeah.
they food so good, boy. They got that good food, boy.
We're going to get it.
Apologies. My apologies.
You apologizing too, Nick.
I thought she was white.
No, I knew she was Arabic, but
Oh, lamb and rice. Oh yeah, I want some.
That sounds good, bro. That sounds good.
Woo.
Oh, I love me some lamb.
Ooh.
Give me a gyro. I'm gonna go get me a gyro
Yeah.
today, man.
Jimmy,
Yes.
you gotta, hey,
Huh?
you gotta do 10 set of nails before she just give you some lamb and rice.
Listen, real. You let me know what I need to do. I got you. I'm down for lamb now.
Lamb is so good.
I'll work for it.
We make
You'll
a
work.
lot.
Shit.
we
They
gotta,
make
we
a
gotta
lot.
stop at Rhea house for Thanksgiving, yo. Rhea making all the good dishes.
Bringing the
Just
camera,
switch it up.
bringing the camera crew and everything.
Yeah, we're gonna bring the camera crew, we're gonna bring the program manager, the president, the CEO. We're gonna bring all we're gonna bring it all to Rhea house and we're gonna have a show for Thanksgiving at Rhea house.
Man, Brandon,
What's
dude,
up?
I didn't know you was coming up here too with Nick Nell.
Yeah, man, I'm finna slide.
We
out
asked
to the
we
shop.
asked Jody to come too, but we ain't got no answer yet.
Yeah, we finna slide out there to the shop.
Pun intended.
Huh?
Pun
Pun intended.
I gotta get with my secretary and I have her get in touch with your people.
Yeah,
Jody, you better come, man. We gonna hang out.
Yeah, we're gonna slide out there. Absolutely.
where is it at? Chicago.
I got a question.
Yeah.
I got a question for B.
What up, man?
So, where the rest of the bars at, sir? Like really?
Like I told the fellas before we got on, Tony Ultra sent me the beat with an empty slot, and that's all that was empty, so that's all I had to fill. That's all I had to fill. Hey, man, y'all go check out that slide.
Yeah,
Out on
it's
all
sliding.
platforms, man. Y'all go check that out. Coach A got me on Impact last night. He was one of those black people that I like what you did, but
So basically, Coach A, what you saying is B hit us with a Rod Wave verse. You gonna give us 6 hot ass lines and then just leave us.
Just
That's
leave
what you
it.
get.
Gotta leave you wanting for more, man. That's good showmanship.
Hey, Rod Wave is the king. Rod Wave is the king of giving you a hot ass 2-minute song, and you be saying like, really?
That's
Really?
this generation.
Yeah, dude, you gotta build anticipation.
Come on, Uncle Pud, stop. You know we used to long 4 or 5 minute songs.
Oh, you know that, man. I
Don't do
mean,
that no more.
no, dude. And Michael Jackson was the king of it. You look at his song, 8 minutes. You like, dang, man, I got a long 8 minutes, man.
Nah.
If you're watching this, they want more. They want more.
We want more.
Listen, if y'all want 5, 6, 7, 8 minute songs, start listening to gospel.
Man, that's just church, period.
Yeah, church.
Y'all want to hear from the programmer right now?
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Yeah, I think it's over with.
Nick is done.
Yeah, I think we're done.
Nick is done.
You know, I haven't plugged it in, but the people who watching and listening now, share a comment. You know, go to the Facebook page, hit the green button. I listen to this dude on YouTube. I ain't gonna steal it, but I'm gonna just share with y'all what he say. He say turn that like button into a Super Saiyan blue button. I love that.
Oh
But
yeah.
Go like and share.
Listen, tell me, can I bring my pistol to Chicago or no?
Dude, that ain't nothing but pistols in Chicago. But yours ain't gonna make no difference.
So Jimmy and Coach A, y'all are welcome to come also. If you would like. I'm just sending the invite. I don't want to get up to Chicago and be like,
I might need some Chicago donations.
Jimmy the king of that. Damn, y'all can invite me to go. Now I'm putting it out there.
Y'all better come, man.
I'm gonna start a GoFundMe so I can go to Chicago.
Anybody that's watching, y'all are welcome
When is
to
this
come
Chicago
to the
trip?
We're going to see the Bulls play. And while we up there, we're going to hang out with Telly.
Yes, sir.
Oh, when is this?
February. They coming in the winter. Should have came in March.
I can't tell it.
They want me to come out my house in the cold, man. Like
I gotta come out in the cold too, Telly. I'm already there.
Y'all leaving the warmth and coming to the cold. It's
Well,
just
Brandon not leaving no warmth.
Oh yeah, that's right. You in the Dakota. I keep forgetting. You leaving the stomp down cold. Like the blip. You need to bring Sam. Sam wanted to come. She not telling you. I see the messages. Trust me. I screenshot the messages and say, she want to come.
Why you put Sam out there like that, cuz?
Hey, because I got to.
Golly.
She wanted to
Probably
come.
ain't told Brandon that.
I know she did, but I got the messages. She talked to my she talked to my wife. She wanted to come. She said she wasn't invited. I was like, oh, she wanted to come. I was like, man, she wanted to come up here.
Brandon, what Brandon telling you right now with his eyes is pull me to the side.
Hey, but real quick, just like our programmer said, we about to end this show, but we're gonna do something different today before we end this show. Of course, we gotta end it off with Box by Chef Jimbo. This Wednesday, this Friday, hit me up. This flyer for this week and next week is on the Family Talk page, and we'll be putting it up later as well. And you know what? We're gonna do something different. Instead of ending the show off of with our original outtake, Brandon, how does it sound that we ended off with Slide, my brother?
I put the link up too, so you can check out.
I think it's only right.
Let's end the show on Slide.
Hey, thank y'all for joining us once again. We glad for the comments. And listen, we can't remember what Tuesday we got Real Talk Tuesday with Jody and Uncle Pudge, and Friday we got Coach A, and I think Chef Financial Melissa as well with Impact Friday 6 p.m. Right?
It's at 6 p.m. The first Friday of every month is Business Talk Friday. It's when we go into business information and finances.
And before y'all get out, y'all look forward for Jody to come on and talk about Thanksgiving or whatever y'all want to call it.
Jody,
make sure I get my invite.
Jody got a prayer shawl on. He gonna end this in prayer today.
And whenever me and Uncle Pudge get our stuff together with Boxer Podcast, we're gonna be back on Sundays. So y'all pray for our strength in the Lord.
Yeah, please. And tune in tonight. We got Caleb Plant versus Canelo Alvarez.
Yes, sir.
Big time fight tonight.
Yes, sir. We live, baby. Hey, but like we said once again, Family Talk. We signing out. Your boy Chef Jimbo.
CEO G. Y'all always mess it up.
Pudge, Uncle Pudge, and Sith Lord. I hope I said that right.
Yeah, you said
Yeah,
right.
Sith Lord. He on his Star Wars
He
today.
didn't get no sleep last night playing the game all night.
Ultra made this beat. Hey, don't make me slide on you. I got God on my side and the squad down the right. Hey, don't make me slide on you. I don't focus on revenge. God say he want them. They couldn't do this shit, but Ultra can. Cause they too busy hitting niggas up with open hands. I'm about to pocket a parade, I'm talking 100 bands. My kids
Don't y'all forget, Slide is on every platform. Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube. Go check them out. Tony Ultra and Big B. See y'all next week.
Got the mic in the strap real close to me.